The debate took place in Las Vegas, and it was an exciting time to see all 5 Democratic candidates on the same stage at the same time, ready to battle it out. Especially because there were only 5 candidates. And, you know, after the Republican debate, I thought that maybe American debates had like a 10-person minimum. Like a party bike or the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, at center stage, of course, was former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. With her numbers down in the polls, this was an opportunity for her to show her conviction on a range of issues, and she took it.
We're the United States of America, and it's our job to rein in the excesses of capitalism. I'm a progressive, but I'm a progressive who likes to get things done. It's time the entire country stood up against the NRA. I believe in equal pay for equal work for women, but I also believe it's about time we had paid family leave for American families and join the rest of the world.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Who is that guy? Who is that awesome man? I didn't know the Democrats had the wizard votes.
How can I, Xandar, the debate attendee, summon the dark magic of the runes when I can't get paternity leave?
And Hillary made especially sure to note one special distinction.
I can't think of anything more of an outsider than electing the first woman president.
Secretary Clinton, how would you not be a third term of President Obama?
Well, I think that's pretty obvious. I think being the first woman president would be quite a change from the presidents we've had up until this point, including President Obama.
Really? That's it? So the only thing separating you and President Obama is the fact that you have different parts? What are you, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head? This is... Well, Anderson, I think our differences are pretty obvious. He has a mustache, and I have this hat with a flower on. Now, the debate was also an opportunity for the Clinton main challenger, Bernie Sanders, to come out, and he could have attacked Hillary on a host of issues, including the Keystone Pipeline, the Trans-Pacific trade policy, her ties to Wall Street, and, of course, her emails. Hillary Clinton, feel the burn.
Let me say something that may not be great politics, but I think the Secretary is right. And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
You know?
Yeah! And if I hear one more person say emails, so help me, I'm gonna kick them in the dick. Emails this, emails that. I remember when people used to talk to each other loudly.
But perhaps the big surprise of the night was the strong showing from former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley, who spoke on immigration, college tuition, and the economy.
Thanks to President Obama, our country has come a long way since the Wall Street crash of 2008. Our country's doing better. We are creating jobs again. But we elected a president, not a magician.
We elected a president, not a magician. And Xandar's like,
Don't blame me. I voted for Dumbledore.
But the real star of the show for me was Rhode Island's Lincoln Chafee, who started out by addressing the lack of skeletons in his closets.
I'm very proud that over my almost 30 years of public service, I have had no scandals. I've always been honest, I have the courage to take the long-term view, and I've shown good judgment. I have high ethical standards.
And I make my bed every morning, I'm extremely punctual, and I've never had a cavity. Don't believe me? Here's a note from my dentist, who, by the way, says he would seriously consider voting for me. And you know, the worst thing is, this wasn't the worst part of Lincoln Chafee's night, because this was the beginning of the worst night of his life.
Governor Chafee, you've attacked Secretary Clinton for being too close to Wall Street banks. In 1999, you voted for the very bill that made banks bigger.
The Glass-Steagall was my very first vote. I just arrived. My dad had died in office. I was appointed to the office. It was my very first vote.
Are you saying you didn't know what you were voting for?
I think you're being a little rough. I just arrived at the United States Senate.
I just dropped my ice cream cone after only one lick. Hey, man. Here's how bad it got for Chafee. You know how they tell the underdog in a debate to punch up, bait the front runner into talking just so you look serious? Well, let's see how it goes when he challenges Hillary Clinton on her emails.
Credibility is an issue out there with the world. I think we need someone that has the best in ethical standards as our next president. That's how I feel.
Secretary Clinton, do you want to respond?
No.
Governor.
Damn, that's cold. That has to be the most brutal shooting down of a person named Lincoln that I have ever... Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Too soon? And that was it. That was the debate. Every single person had a chance to lay out their case. We heard from everyone who was... Oh, wait, no, Jim Webb. Oh, Jim Webb. Why didn't you say anything?
Unless somebody mentions my name, I can't get into the discussion. I mean, people are going back and forth here for 10 minutes here. Yeah. I've been standing over here for about 10 minutes trying. Okay. It's gone back and forth over there. I hope I get that kind of time here. And I would say this. I've been waiting for 10 minutes.
Well, first of all...
Could I get in this discussion at some point? This hasn't been equal time.
God damn it, Bernie Sanders isn't even gonna be president either, and he got way more time than me.
And then basically he spent all his time telling us that he didn't have time. And then it was time for one final question. One last chance to turn it all around.
You've all made a few people upset over your political careers. Which enemy are you most proud of?
I guess the coal lobby. I've worked hard for climate change, and I want to work with the coal lobby. But in my time in the Senate, tried to bring them to the table so that we could address carbon dioxide. I'm proud to be at odds with the coal lobby.
Governor O'Malley?
The National Rifle Association.
The National Rifle Association. O'Malley just buried Chafee, gone. Did you see him put Chafee was on the side like, no, wait. Can I change my answer to what he said? All right, Senator Webb, you wanted more time, and you get it. You get the final answer. Which enemy are you most proud of?
I'd have to say the enemy soldier that threw the grenade that wounded me, but he's not around right now to talk to.
All right, time for closing.
Holy Jim Webb will literally kill you and then smile. For more post-debate analysis, we turn to the best news team on television: Jessica Williams, Asif Manvi, Roy Wood Jr., Desi Lydic, and Jordan Klepper, everybody. Guys, how are the campaigns feeling? Starting with you, Roy.
Oh, Trevor, I'm at Sanders headquarters up here, and it's electric, man. It looks like America's finally ready for an old white president again.
No way, Roy. The most pumped up supporters are the Martin O'Malleys. I mean, you can't stand that close to Hillary for 2 hours and not pick up some of what he's putting down.
Yeah, well, and Asif, I mean, how are Chafee supporters responding right now?
Oh, you mean Jeff? He was so thrilled that Lincoln got to meet Miss Clinton and Mr. Sanders because one of them might be president next year.
Asif, I'm confused. Whose living room are you in?
This is Jeff's place, a.k.a. Chafee headquarters, since Jeff is the only guy backing Lincoln Chafee.
Hey, can I get in here, please? Can I talk? Can I get a word in here, please? Please?
Jordan, we were just coming to you, Jordan.
Yeah, it's about time. Jim Webb is a war hero, and I deserve equal time covering him. Senator Webb and I are sick and tired
I'm sorry, Jordan, we have to move on right now.
What son of a bitch?
Desi, the Clinton campaign must be pleased after last night's performance. I mean, the way she dealt with Benghazi was fantastic.
Okay, look, Benghazi was not Secretary Clinton's fault. This was just a vast right-wing... Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. I didn't realize you were complimenting her. I'm just so used to being on the defensive with Hillary. You know, it's like being a Cubs fan in Chicago. For so long, you believe in them because you feel like you have to, and then they actually win something, and it's like, oh my God, yay!
That's so true, yay. Thank you, Desi. A great night for Hillary indeed, and it really seems like an exciting team for all the Democratic candidates right now. So, Roy, Bernie supporters must be more confident he can win the nomination now.
What? No. I mean, people here, they like Bernie, but He's still a socialist Brooklyn grandpa. Everybody's voting for Hillary.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I mean, yes, Martin O'Malley is a person who exists. But first woman president, like, how can they resist?
Jeff agrees with everything being said here. Hillary all the way!
Hey, you know what, damn it, Trevor, damn it, can I talk? I've been waiting 10 minutes. I will pull this thing. I mean, Christ's sake, Jim Webb is a war hero.
Okay, whoa, Jordan, relax. Take as much time as you need.
Okay, thank you. Finally, some goddamn respect for Jim Webb. I just wanted to say that after last night, Jim Webb supporters will also be voting for Hillary. See, Trevor? Was that so hard? Oh boy. Jim!